I'm here with Keller Moten for the 2024 Walsh football season preview. Let's talk about this season coming up.
We've had a great offseason. I think this is the most competitive our team has been since I've been here. Obviously, we've had great teams before us, but we've had really good camps, and 2 days, most competition we've had in camp. So I'm really excited for all our games coming up. We got a great schedule.
Talk about the balance of your team coming up this year. I mean, after last year's playoff exit against Hoban, looks like you guys are ready to bounce back this year.
Of course, yeah. We lose a lot of guys, and like Johnny Keogh and Brock, and love to have those guys, love those leaders, but it's next man up mentality. We got a bunch of new guys coming in that are going to be juniors now and seniors now, and even some sophomores. So we'll be good everywhere.
Talk about the relationships with your older guys on the team.
We're a tight-knit group. We don't have that many seniors, but the seniors we do have, tight as ever. Same thing that happened with last year. I'm not sure how many seniors they had, but it wasn't a lot. So we really hold this team together. We help hold this team together. Same thing with the juniors. It's like a family here. It is.
What does it mean you being the quarterback of this team and being a leader?
It's a blessing. I've played quarterback since I was 4, since I can remember. And I've always wanted to play. I knew I wanted to play at Walsh since I was little. My sister went here. I used to come to all their games. So yeah, it's surreal.
Talk about that week 1 matchup coming up.
Ursuline, yeah, they're a great team. I've played with a couple other guys at camps in the off season. I like a lot of their guys. It'll be a fun game, definitely.
All right, thank you. I'm here with Aiden Henry for the 2024 Walsh football season preview. Let's talk about this season coming up.
Yeah, we're very excited with everything we have. We have a lot of talk, a lot of guys getting offers and other looks, and I'm very happy with who we have coming back from last year's team. Our offensive line, I believe we have 3 of the 5 guys returning, which is very big for us. Our quarterback, Keller Moten's coming back. I'm returning at receiver, so is Milan Parris, Dom Romanini, and behind that we have guys who've had reps at varsity. So I'm very excited for our offense. Defensively, we have big roles to fill with losing Brock Sherman, David Hauerstadt, Johnny Keogh. But we have a lot of guys coming up. Caden Carter is a big one that's going to fill a role on defense.
Talk about that relationship with you and Keller. I mean, both seniors, that's quarterback wide receiver there. Right?
Yeah. It really started when our sisters went here. We met in 8th grade. We played 8th grade year for 1 game. And that's where it started. And we played freshman year, obviously, and sophomore year, mainly defense. But it's really fun playing with Keller because he's just so versatile with rolling out of the pocket and scramble drill. I'll come make a catch for him, and he's always looking my way. It's really fun playing with him.
Talk about the week 1 matchup coming up.
Yeah. Youngstown Ursuline. They're a new team on our schedule this year. Our first time seeing them. We're really focused on that game. I don't know what to say about it, but that's what our eyes are on right now.
Talk about the tone you want to set this season going forward for week 1 and then going forward after that.
Yeah, we're trying to build momentum early. We have a packed schedule this year with the big 4 games up front. I talked about the Ignatius game, but starting with week 1, Ursuline, if we can just build momentum off of that game, carry it into PA, that's really our goal for this, starting the season off strong, leading to playoffs.
What's the kind of leadership you hope to bring on both sides of the ball this year?
Yeah, it's my 3rd year playing safety. I'm really a quarterback, a field general out there on defense, and I feel like it's big having a lot of experience because I can help the younger DBs, or whether it be our 2nd year starter, cornerbacks, both ends, or Grant Blasik, his 1st year out there, or potentially Ben Beal. But it's nice being able to help all of them, and a lot of them come to me and ask me for help on defense, and it's nice just being able to help set the tone for the back end.
All right. I'm here with Declan Norton for the 2024 Walsh football season preview. Let's talk about this season coming up.
We're really excited. We got a tougher schedule this year. Guys like Youngstown, Ursuline, Ignatius, we didn't play them last year, but we're excited for the more competition this year.
Talk about the meeting going into this year.
Me and my guys, we're working really hard this entire off season. We're here every day pretty much, and we're just really excited to get to show it out on the field.
Talk about the relationship between you and Keller, protecting him.
Yeah, love my guy, quarterback Keller. He works hard. He's gonna be really good for us this year, so we're excited for him.
Talk about bouncing back from last year. I mean, you guys had a tough loss. in the playoffs. And you guys get Hoban like week 6 or something later in the year.
Yeah.
So
We just got to play our game, you know, do what we're coached to do, and we believe that we can beat pretty much anyone.
what kind of leadership do you hope to bring to the team this year?
I want to be encouraging for our guys and, you know, drag everyone along with us. So just be a vocal leader in everything.
All right, thank you. Thank you. I'm here with Milan Parris for the Walsh Football 2024 season preview. Let's talk about this season coming up.
The season's going to be good, and we had a great season last year. I didn't really get to participate that much, but the guys went out there, they participated, you know, they went hard until the last game, and that's what we're going to do this year. Hopefully the last game is December 6th, and we'll win the state championship.
Talk about the relationship with you and Keller being one of his top receivers.
Me and Keller, we have a great relationship. We live right next to each other. We're like a minute away from each other, so we're always going to Stovefield, throwing and stuff. It's always good, and I see him outside of football too.
Talk about the relationship with these seniors. I mean, this is their last year for them. You got one more year, but talk about what it means for you.
You know, the relationship's very strong because when we were freshmen coming in, you know, they were the ones above us and they were looking out for us, and now it's crazy seeing them because they only have 1 year left, and now after this they're gone. So, I mean, we just got to take advantage of the time that we have.
Talk about that week 1 matchup.
I think it's going to be good. It's definitely going to be a good game. We can't go out there and underestimate anybody because at the end of the day, anything can happen. But we're working, and when we get there, we'll see.
After last year, I mean, tough loss in the playoffs, but what does the rebound look like for you guys as a whole? I mean, the mentality seems strong. You guys all got the same opinion.
Yeah, we're just going week by week. You know, we're going to play every game with the hardest that we can and then move on to the next week, and it'll eventually set play for us.
Talk about the leadership you want to bring to this team as a junior.
I want to bring leadership within like the wide receiver group, obviously the whole team, but the wide receiver group because there's a lot of young guys that may be getting scared when they go out there and get their first varsity reps, as I was too. And I want to be able to be there for them and make them feel comfortable. Even for the guys that may mess up, I want to correct them, and I would expect them to correct me too.
Hey, thank you. I'm here with Coach Alexander for this year's Walsh 2024 football season preview. Talk about this season coming up, Coach.
Yeah, we're really excited. Obviously, we lost some huge seniors last year, but this senior group coming up has kind of taken on the role of the leadership role and doing everything that we're asking of them. It's a much bigger group of seniors, which has been great. A lot of guys just leading by example, and the guys before them in our first 5 years have kind of paved the way to have a big year for these guys in 2024.
Talk about Keller at quarterback this year. I mean, senior year is a huge guy for you. I mean, stepping up to the occasion.
Yeah, it's really nice to have a guy that's played in 14 games last year. I mean, that experience is invaluable. The ability to run the show to any checks or calls that we need him to do or have him make, he's really good at. He's been awesome with the other quarterbacks as well, and kind of learning how things are done and coaching while playing quarterback, which has been great for us.
Talk about the week 1 matchup this year.
Yeah, so an unfamiliar opponent for us. I know back in the day, Walsh Jesuit and Ursuline have played, but unfamiliar opponent for us. A lot of respect for them. We know they were undefeated last year, lost in the regional final. Great team, a great program. Coach Reardon does a great job. So we're excited for that opportunity. To play at Youngstown State's always a great opportunity as well, to play in a cool venue like that. We're excited for it.
Talk about the bouncing back this year. I mean, the mentality of this team after last year's tough loss in the playoffs. And you guys got Hogan later in the year, so that's a chance for revenge. We're talking about as a whole community. These guys got motivation.
Yeah, so our goal is to win a state title, right? And anything short of that is unacceptable. But we really are taking it 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time. We talk about stacking wins and stacking days. So our focus right now is getting better each day, and if we can continue to get better each day, we'll be ready to go in the playoffs.
Talk about your guys' receiving core and offense. High power.
Yeah, so it all starts up front. So we have 4 senior offensive linemen right now projected to play, and then Colton Crosley is a great rising junior. But those guys up front, we're going to be the biggest offensive line that we've had heading into year 6 here, which is awesome, right? So if we can establish the line of scrimmage, that will give us a chance to do a lot of the things we want to do. Lucas Weaver is back. He was a 1,300-yard running back last year. He is bigger and stronger than he was last year. He's faster than he was last year, which is great. Cade Romanini at running back as well. He's more of Weaver's lead back. And then we have other guys like Carlos Smith, Alex DeShilly, Marty Tobin, that can all run the football. And that then leads us to the skill positions. Aiden Henry was our leading receiver last year in catches. Johnny Keeler led us in yards, but in catches, which is great. And Dom Romanini, an outside receiver, played a lot last year for us. He got injured week 5, but he played a lot for us. And then we bring back Milan Parris on the outside as well, that can really stretch the field vertically. And another slot to keep an eye out for is Jonah Capania. He really has done a great job for us inside. So a lot of weapons on offense. We feel like we have a lot back. Now we just got to go execute.
All right. So this year, I mean, great defense coming up. You guys got a couple guys playing both ways of the ball. Talk about it this year.
Yeah, so we're fortunate to bring back some guys in the back end. We just lost Johnny Keogh from back there last year, but we'll return everybody else, which is great. We have to replace some guys up front, defensive end-wise. David Howerside, Noah Brock, we lost last year. They were big pieces for us. But guys like Luca Jarris, Jameer McCombs, 2 seniors. Cade Romini will play down there at defensive line. It's nice to bring back Anthony Bernard and Cody Kish inside. Again, guys going both ways. It's a culture thing. We talked about 48-minute guys that aren't going to leave the field, and it starts in the offseason in the weight room. And then at linebacker, we have an awesome position battle. It's probably our deepest position group as a team, with the guy coming back that played the most last year being Declan Norton. Good senior leader, doing everything right, which has been great.
Talk about the biggest thing for your team to be known for this year.
Yeah, this year we're really embracing being physical, right? Our physicality, we know we can go put up points. And normally when you see a team that can do that, they lack physicality. But in all aspects, whether it's a receiver blocking or a defensive guy making a tackle or a special teams kickoff, we're going to be known for our physicality.
All right, thank you.